Hello everyone, welcome to a second royal reading of today, a Thursday. I had to think about that. I've got no sense of time at the moment. It's a Thursday and we're here at MadWorldTarot and we are still looking at Megan's Instagram account that she finally launched. She's had this account for a while, for about 18 months I think. She's finally gone live and uploaded a video that's allegedly filmed by Harry. Harry we haven't seen for ages, although we did see him on Instagram, interestingly, at that surf ranch place with Archie. Before that was quickly taken down. That was a weird little scenario. I read on that yesterday and I got some quite weird energy from Harry. So I'm interested to know Harry's role with this new Instagram account. Does he know? Does he care? Was he behind the camera? How does he feel if Megan starts mooching the kids? How does he feel if Megan starts mooching the Invictus games? And where does this leave their relationship? We're going to ask those questions of the Crow Tarot. The Crow Tarot for me as a reader is quite social media-ish. Particularly Twitter, I have to say. It's acquired that energy for me as a reader, so I thought, good old Crow Tarot, haven't used it for a while, and let's see what the crows have to tell us about Harry. And is Harry in, or is he out of this another attempt by Megan at relaunching herself? She's failed as a Netflix producer, she's failed as an actress. What else has she failed at? So many things, so very many things. Writer, many things. Four of Swords, interesting, that's decided to show itself to us. The Hiding Away card. And Harry, as I say, strangely invisible until he appeared on Instagram. How real that was, how recent, anyone's guess. And so let's see what's going on. Let's remind you, it's tarot, it's for fun and entertainment, it is all my opinion, it's all speculation, just energy that I read here. And of course there is a disclaimer in the box below, and please read it and please do your own research and form your own conclusions about this and all the other things that I read on this channel. Harry. Is Harry in or is he out? That's what we're looking at with the Crow Tarot. Steaming hot day here where I am. Whew, so hot. Five of Cups. Ooh, that's our underlying energy. Harry's energy, Five of Cups, is regret, sorrow. Really, the Four of Swords showed itself to me when I was shuffling. I thought that was interesting. And then we got the Five of Cups as our underlying energy. This is someone who's very sad, very regretful, very fixated on what he's lost, not very interested in possibly new Instagram accounts or old new Instagram accounts. Just saying. That is spilled milk card. And let's see. Situation. That's underlying energy. This is situation we're dealing with today. Temperance in reverse. This is the unhinged energy, and I'm saying that quite advisedly. Upright, the Temperance card is the angel, is about balance, harmony, all good things, blending energy, making sure everyone's together on something and all in harmony and all cooperating and working together. And it's patient energy and it's gentle energy. It's in reverse. I think he's really angry. And of course the angel in reverse is the devil, as I very often say. And so there's devilish energy in there. And the devil, of course, is lies, is addiction, is obsession, is dangerous energy, destructive energy. It's coming through, whether it's his energy that he is the one that's so angry, or whether it's Megan's energy that is reflecting in that Temperance card in reverse. I don't really know. We'll get a better sense of it. But as an issue that we are dealing with, we're dealing with someone who's lost his patience with the situation. Interesting. don't you think? So let's look first of all at his general view of this thing, this Instagram account. Does he approve or does he disapprove? And lo and behold, the Four of Swords is revealing itself now in the actual reading, and it's in reverse. He does not approve at all. It could not be clearer. The Four of Swords is about healing, is about going away for quiet time, reflection, sober time, contemplation, all that stuff. It's in reverse. He wishes that she would just disappear. He has disappeared. He wishes she would disappear, but of course she won't disappear. She won't accept that it's all over. She's a disaster. Her brand is a disaster. She's a laughing stock. This is my energy reading. This is my interpretation of the cards. This is my opinion of the situation. But Four of Swords, it showed itself upright. It's showing itself now in reverse when I ask, does Harry approve of this Instagram account? Not at all. So was he behind the camera when she was running awkwardly along the sand and writing? It was a very unfortunate video, I have to say. Very unfortunate. If a professional shot that, but maybe he was behind the camera at some point in their lives. I don't know. Was he behind the camera? I'm getting... it's a Two of Swords and it's in reverse. That's... I'm reading that as a no. It's a hesitating energy when it's upright, a crossroads kind of an energy. Do I stay or do I go energy? The card is in the reverse. I think he's gone. I think he's made a decision, a very difficult decision for himself, and that is to leave. Everyone else, of course, cheering from the sidelines, although I think it's a bit late for cheering from the sidelines, maybe booing and hissing from the sidelines at this point. He left it too long, and that energy is in that Two of Swords, because the Two of Swords is about hesitating, putting off something that you've got to do, lingering past the time when you should leave. It's in reverse. I don't think for 1 second he was behind that camera. That's my personal opinion. I do think that he has done a disappearing act, at least in spirit. And I'm saying that advisedly, given the energy I got yesterday in the reading, and given the fact that I think it might be very awkward for him right now, along with all the other things he's got on his plate, court cases and things, Invictus games coming up, to say, oh, by the way, chaps, we're getting divorced, or I haven't seen her for 6 months, can't stand her. And I certainly wasn't behind the camera. Very awkward for him. So it's giving me a silent disappearing act. But as I said yesterday, if you watched my reading yesterday on Archie, don't be surprised if you see things that don't make sense given this kind of energy. So let's look at the kids. Is Megan going to merch the kids on this Instagram account? Or try? I've got the Lovers in reverse. And that's a Splitsville card. The heart that's being ripped out, the crows are picking at it. It's not very nice, is it? Lovers in reverse is breakup energy. And it tells me that there's conflict around this. Remember, I'm basically reading from Harry's point of view. If Harry is out the picture, if they've separated, if they've split, then she's free to do this thing that Harry is opposed to. One would think, although yesterday was a bit weird with Archie, the child that I think is actually the true Archie, finally showing not his face, his hair, and his one leg. But it's also, the Lovers is also about choices. And it's in reverse. It's a bit of a Two of Swords card in reverse as well. Difficult decision, bad choices, wrong choices. If she makes this decision to merge the kids, I think it's going to go very badly wrong for her. I think she's going to get a massive backlash. And why? Because it just screams of hypocrisy. If you've just launched a campaign through Jane Pauley, about online safety for children, and then lo and behold, you are using your own children on Instagram. It's not going to look good, and it could be one of the reasons why I got such a negative energy in the previous reading I did, Megan's perspective about this new channel, this not new channel, Instagram account. How does Harry feel about kids being merged on Instagram? I mean, she wouldn't show them just because. That's him. His very profound energy, the Hermit, Major Arcana for Virgo. That is retreat, withdrawal energy. Don't show them. Keep them private. Keep them isolated. Keep them hidden from the world. He feels very strongly about this. I've been a little bit confused by the energy. There's a bit of an energy wobble, I have to say. This is very clear to me. Harry does not want them in public in any shape or form. He wants them hidden. Maybe even hidden until they are old enough to make their own decisions about these kinds of things. Because he wasn't, and I'm with him in this one. He of all people knows what it's like to be thrust in front of cameras when you least want that to happen to yourself. So I'm absolutely with him on this. So that's interesting. 2 major arcana here. We've got a splitting card, divorce card, separation card, bad choices, wrong idea, and Harry insistent that this doesn't happen. What about the Invictus Games? Is she going to try her luck there, merch there? She's got days and days of opportunity in Canada to appear in strange outfits, pirouette and whatever in front of marching bands. What's she got planned for that? And we got the 7 of Wands. She's on the back foot with this. She's not that confident about it. She might be feeling that this is not going to be well received. And what's a surprise, it wouldn't be well received, of course. Her marching in front of the marching band in her hot pants was not well received. It wasn't a good look. So she might want to do it, but she's feeling that people are attacking her and quite aggressively hostile to the idea. So there's a lot of pushback. If she says, this is what I want to do, there's a lot of people saying, oh no, you're not going to do that. You might not even be welcome at the Invictus Games in Canada in just a few weeks. So interesting to see what happens then, and also to see if the children are revealed at the Invictus Games. How does Harry feel about her merching and using the vehicle of the Invictus Games to make a cool million for every post on Instagram? We got the 10 of Cups, and this is where this weird energy seeps through again, because it's not critical. It's not the kind of energy I would expect to see, and it's the kind of energy that can only be explained if they're putting on a false front. 10 of Cups is very false front when it comes to a couple who's in marital conflict, the lovers there, someone who's disappeared and wishes she would disappear. This is what this reading is telling me. And then I get the 10 of Cups, the false front. We're so happy, we're so committed, we're so in love. You might see the claw scratching at him, hold my hand. You might see the devoted gaze when Harry is making a speech. We might see her making a speech. We might see them sitting together and laughing and all of that kind of stuff, which is very confusing if you follow the story closely and you're in their energy and you think, no, this is not possible. But maybe you've been in a situation where you have to go somewhere and you have to pretend everything's lovely in your relationship, whereas behind the scenes you're not talking to each other. It's that kind of energy that I'm getting. He needs the Invictus Games to work, and it's all he's got. And he needs the Invictus Games to be family friendly and all about families. It's been promoted as the family friendly Invictus Games. The 10 of Cups is all about families. He needs this illusion to continue for a while longer. We do need to do a month by month divorce thing at some stage. I'm not quite ready to do it yet. The energy is still too weird. That's a weird card, but I do understand it, and hopefully it makes sense to you what I'm saying. Outcome. Where are we in the marriage? What does all this represent for the marriage? Just want to know. And I've got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. They are no longer Brand Sussex. They're not working together. They're working probably against each other. It's the card of teamwork, collaboration, cooperation, supporting each other. When it's upright, the 3 of Pentacles, they're now probably actively briefing against each other, actively trying to undermine each other. We see that in the weird stories that come out in the press, the PR narratives that are so in conflict. So it tells me that they really have separated. We've heard officially that they have divorced their brand and each going their separate ways. That confirms it. It's not telling me that they're ready to actually admit that the marriage itself is over. I'm getting a card that tells me very clearly that the marriage itself is over. Love is in reverse. I think we've got to wait a while before we actually get the official announcement. And it's interesting because lots of people are saying, psychics and things like that are saying it's all done, and yet here we all still are. Harry behind the camera while Megan trips lightly across the sand, and giggles like a schoolgirl. Sickening in my opinion, but that's of course just my personal opinion, and he's not having any of it as far as I can tell, or my opinion. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.